AR faked it, then you're living a dream. And I don't fuck with her because I'm out of and I'm only. Alright, family. I'm here with my cousin and also the sergeant in the U.S. Army.
7 years.
7 year, Mr. Veteran himself, Chris Manson. How you doing, brother?
Doing alright.
Thank you for doing this, man, for the family. So it's gonna be a real crazy week this week. So y'all, I want y'all to, especially my black family, to be safe and to be on the lookout. So what we're gonna go over is some gun control techniques. We're gonna break down the
G2C.
The G2C.
Handgun. RF-15 radical firearm.
This is the G2C. A lot of people have this. Alright, and we're gonna break this down. We're gonna clean it up. And we're gonna break down the
RF-15 radical firearm.
Alright. So, but like I said, man, it's gonna be a crazy week. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe. If y'all got y'all guns, y'all use these few techniques we gonna give out. Just something just to help y'all control y'all shot and just to stay on point right now, because this week is a impactful week. It's gonna be crazy this week. So just stay tuned. We got it coming.
Alright. And if you don't have a gun, this should be your first gun. It's by Taurus, and Taurus don't get a lot of good reviews, but this particular gun is a very good gun. Compact, so it's males and females friendly, so not a lot of kick on it, so I definitely recommend this. Oh, and it's $300, $250, $300, so it's not the price of a Glock, which is $600, so it's you can afford this.
Yeah, and also when you turn 18, right, you can get a gun, right? You can get your gun. You can listen. If y'all don't know, in Georgia, here in Georgia in particular, you can carry a gun on you at all times. All right, even the automatic rifle, you can carry an AR on you, long as it's concealed at all times. Okay, so if you my black people coming from the north, well, y'all gun laws are real strict. It's lax down here. We are open carry state. You can carry your gun on you wherever you go, long as it's concealed, or you can have it just on you protected. So you will see a lot of people doing that. Don't think it's reserved for somebody. You can get your gun license. Without your gun license, you can carry your gun in your car. You can have your gun in your house, and without your license, okay. And with your gun license, you can carry in any establishment except like government buildings that allow, will have metal detectors.
Yeah. All right, guys. First, we're gonna go over the G2C Taurus. I'm gonna break it down and do a little cleaning for y'all. Alright, y'all. For the G2C, we're gonna do a quick, light cleaning. So all I need is Q-tips. I cut up an old T-shirt and CLP. $10 pawn shop at any gun range. Alright, y'all. We're gonna start with the G2C. To take the top off the G2C, it has to be clear. You gotta pull the trigger, so you gotta make sure it's completely safe. This button right here is for the magazine. Just push that in, pops right out. Make sure nothing's in the chamber, so what you will do, this right here is for the safety. Pull it down, red means dead, so pull the trigger, not trigger, pull it back, nothing's in the chamber, nothing comes out. Good to go. So you got two little levers right here.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Alright, you got it right here. You also have it right here on both sides. Alright, so you gotta pull. For me, it's a little tricky, so you gotta use your thumb and index finger. You gotta pull it down at the same time while cocking it back just a little bit. Just that much. That's it. You pulling it down, and it's down here. It's also down on this side. When you get it down like that, you just pull the trigger. Once you pull the trigger, now you down on the other side. And it's gonna slide off. Slides right off, so you got 2 ends. Really all we're gonna focus on is this. Alright. This is pretty much just plastic. There's a lot of good stuff with it. So. Alright, you got your spring. Your spring just comes right out. Just like that. You really have to. You can rub the spring down, but I mean, clean it really doesn't matter. So you can just your t-shirt. I got a little rust on it.
You can see it.
Alright. So once you got that spring out, put that here. This is the barrel. The barrel comes right out. Just like that. Easy. So what we're gonna do is gonna wipe everything down. I fired it twice, so I got a little gunk and rust. Just gonna wipe it down, then we're gonna lube it up. Yeah. So we're gonna start with the barrel. Just gonna wipe it down from the outside.
Prefer to talk, not war and crime. Herb stick is porcupines.
What are we doing right now?
Right now we're gonna clean the top of the G2C. So we get the residue out.
What areas are you targeting on that clean?
So you want to really get up in this area right here. Pretty much gonna wipe it all down, but we're gonna also put some CLP on a small Q-tip. Just a few drops. So once you wipe up all the powder, then you want to try to apply the CLP.
I touched her soul, dug a hole, planted a seed. She did a dance, clapped her hands and bumped to the beat. She wore a crown, the whitest crown with shades full of green. Her skin was dark compared to the gold tucked on the link. She wore a dress and with finesse, and her whole team walked to the scene. I can't believe, but they all scream, hey, where the real queens at? Real queens at? Hey, where the real queens at in this bitch?
Next, I want to clean it. This is pretty much just plastic, and then you got the trigger. So you're gonna grab something, cloth, you're gonna wipe it down. Try to get in all the little cracks and little crevices with this cloth first, and then we're gonna get in there with Q-tips.
But she's the best in the game, like a creative player. So many tested her worth and still so many fail. And now she looks for gods in rooms full of males. Her back aches, she stands straight so no one tells. She wears oil, she meditates, she switches hair. Her voice.
So you go over it dry with a Q-tip. Want to get another Q-tip. Now we're gonna add CLP. We're just gonna hit those same areas.
All women, so they don't get it from the enemy. Be information gathered.
Don't want to use a lot of CLP. You use a lot of CLP, then when you fire the gun, then all the gunpowder just gonna build up. And it's gonna be filthy the next time you clean it.
I can't remember time, just know your birthday is somewhere around December 9th. We had that perfect vibration, how could I be so blind to let someone protect you after you told me it's mine? You love me so hard, I could have made a shrine out of the art that sparked when you looked at
We got this lubed up. Touch the barrel, didn't really completely clean the barrel. And then you got the pin. So we're just gonna put it back together. Alright, so we're just gonna put this thing back together. It's pretty much the same steps, just in reverse. So we're gonna grab the barrel. So you're gonna slide the barrel right in. And it falls right back in place. So I'm gonna just take it out again. You know. Barrel. Slide it in. And then you push it back. Right back into place. You're gonna grab this pin here. This end will face out. So you're gonna put that there. And it's gonna fit in just like that. Alright, so you grab the actual gun. And we'll line it up. And there's 2 grooves right here. And it slides right on. Just like that. Grab these 2 same pins that we pulled down. Hold them down. And then we'll slide it straight back. It locks back in. So make sure the pin is down and then that's it. Bam. Alright, so we're good. Safe. Right. Safety leather up. And then the trigger is also a safety. So this right here, it will not send a round off unless it's pushed inward. So it got 2 safeties. And this is the G2C.
And let you know it's loaded by this joint.
Yeah. And also it'll let you know that it's loaded once you see this red dot. Red is dead. So
To walk around my heart like she don't care, suppressing all of these feelings that she'll never share. Submerged all in her love, there is no need for air, and she'll defeat any enemy stepping in her lair. Her wittiness have her enemies trying to have an air, but she's the best in the game, like a creative pair. So many tested her worth, and still so many fail. And now she looks for gods and rooms full of males. Her back aches, she stands straight, so no one tells. She wears oil, she meditates, she switches hair. Her voice strong, her eyes deep, beware of stares. She don't drink or eat meat, but she fumares.
alright, now y'all, we got the RF-15, the Radical firearm. And we just shot this one last weekend. So it's due for a cleaning. This gun is just like the military issue M4. Just looking at it at first glance. Cost me about $900, so I say it's a little on the expensive side, but it really is worth it. Really is worth it. 20 round mag. 20 round mag, and it takes the 7.62s, so it's the big bullets. Alright, so the gun itself is $900, just for $100. Got this optic. Super inexpensive, but it's super effective. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it.
There you go, right now.
Alright, so I have 4 different rectals. Only $100. If y'all can get this, any AR, it can clamp right on top. Only $100. Alright, so with this, you got the safety. You got semi-fire. There's one more you can go to, but it's illegal. That's fully auto. So we're going to keep it on safety. And we're just going to take this apart. So you have a button here. So you just push that in. And you have another one here. You just push that in. Once you push those in, you come to the other side, pull a pin out. And on the other side, pull the pin out. And it's just gonna come out just like this. Alright. You have a spring here. It's a small button. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. You would push that down. and that pops out. You pull that out. Really just want to grab my cloth, and then you will just go over it real quick. Once you go over it real quick, you will just put it back in there. Pretty much all you can do for it. Alright, this is the trigger. This is the trigger, so remember you can just go safe to semi, and then you can pull the trigger. And that lever will pop up. You will take cloth, go over it.
Green, her skin was dark compared to the gold tucked on the link. She wore a dress and with finesse in her.
Over it as much as you can with a piece of cloth, and you will hit it with a Q-tip.
Hey, what a real queen's at.
Alright, so we're just gonna set that to the side. And this is where all the dirt will be. So when you take this apart, y'all, it's a button right here on the lever that you pull to actually load the weapon. You will pull it, and then it come out just like that. So you take this out. Alright. So we'll go over it, grab a little t-shirt or something. Yeah, so this is where it's gonna get kind of tedious, I guess. So on the side of this, it's a pin, a very, very, very small pin. All right, we have to pull this out. You pull this pin out, it looks just like this. You just want to put the pin right there. Leave the pin there. Once you take the pin out, the firing pin will be free, and the firing pin comes straight out. So this is real dirty. I guess we got like 60 rounds off of this.
Really, I'm just happy for your open mind. Prefer to talk, not war and crime.
Alright, so wipe that. And then get all the black off of that. You put that. Next, it's a little square. You see that square right here? Alright, so y'all want to turn that vertical. It's horizontal at first, you just want to turn it vertical. And then once you do that, you pull it out. Just like that. You wipe this down. You just set this to the side. Y'all make sure y'all keep everything together. Don't lose nothing. You lose one thing, then you can't use the gun. You fucked. So once you pull that out, you be left with that. So same thing. We're just gonna wipe it.
Love to be above, to be in between. I see in her, so deep in her, she sees into me. I touched her soul, dug a hole, planted a seed. She did a dance, clapped her hands, and bumped to the beat.
Alright, so you got that clean. And you gonna have this. Trying to get them all the little cracks and crevices. So I'm just gonna do a light clean. I'm not gonna do a deep cleaning because I don't have all the equipment. Let me grab some Q-tips. Yeah, it's dirty. It's dirty. The dirtiest part of a AR, and which will be the same thing as this, will be the star chain, which is a pain to clean. And if I just put my pinky in there, yeah, it's brass in here. So I get try to get this cloth. Put the cloth on my pinky.
Expand our love, die for each other, be brave, firm, and be educated. Be getting faded so distant I can't remember time. Just know your birthday is somewhere around December 9th. We had the perfect vibration, how could I be so blind to let someone protect you after you told me it's mine? You love me so hard I could've.
Alright, now y'all, we just gonna do a light cleaning. Like I said, I don't have everything, so I can't do a deep clean, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back together for y'all. Alright, y'all, so we got everything back together. Make sure you wanna put this trigger back down. Then we're gonna put it on safe. We'll grab this big piece here. And then we'll grab this piece here. So what we wanna do, drop it in. Go ahead, I got the lazy one. Alright. Once we got it in, we're gonna put it in. We're gonna push it down. And y'all ain't gonna be able to see it, maybe in the light. But you'll turn it to where you see a hole. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. It's turn to where it's gonna be a hole. Once the hole is facing you, remember this little pin, this square pin, you put it in horizontally. And then we're gonna turn it. Alright, so when you have this pin back in and it's straight, you look in, you can't see through. So we're gonna make sure you keep it turned. And when you look in, I don't know if you guys can see it, you can see light. So once you see that and you wanna grab this firing pin, once you grab the firing pin, you're gonna grab this, ball your fist. You're just gonna drop it in. Till it falls. Alright, drop it in. It's gonna be straight down. So once it's straight down, grab this last pin, the most important pin, and you want to put it here on the side, and you're gonna lock everything in place. So make sure everything's in and locked in, so all you're just gonna do is gonna give it a little flick. And it pops out, everything's intact. We'll put that back down. And grab the barrel, we'll flip it down this way. You got this piece right here. So remember we just took this and it slides in. So it's a little grooves right here and it fits right in. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. here. Once you do that, it'll fall right through and fall down. So you can grab the place. Alright, then we're gonna grab this thing right here. Then we're gonna place this right here. We're gonna put it right in the groove where it fits. Yes, that's it. Alright, as far as CLP goes, I'm gonna grab CLP, put it on the Q-tip. Just rub it across. Flip it over. We'll pull this out. We'll just close that dust flap. Once you got it locked in place, those two buttons. We'll do a functions check. So do the functions check, you're gonna pull the trigger. Lock it. Once you hear a metallic click, that means everything's good. Yep.
Alright, family, we are back. That was our session. We cleaned up that RF, the rapid fire, and we cleaned up the G2C. So can you give us a few tips on, just real quick, on when you handling your gun, when you shooting your gun, just some of the same tips as you gave us.
A few quick tips. When you handling the gun and you don't intend to fire, never have your finger on the trigger. When you are about to fire, never have your whole finger through the trigger. Just have the index on the trigger. I would say pull the trigger at your natural pause and breath, and don't be afraid of the weapon. Let it surprise you.
Yeah, cause it can be surprising. It might, you know, it might ring your ears. So go to the gun range. You know, get your practice in if you can. Like, hit us up. We got some land. Y'all can come out and practice on our land. Hit us up. You know, we'll set that up for you. But like he was saying, we said shoot on your natural breath. And he said don't put your whole finger in the trigger. Just put it. It will help with your control, right? Will help with the
putting your whole finger through the trigger well. When you pull the trigger, you actually yanking the barrel, so you'll be off when you shoot. Versus just using half the index finger, it won't be no movement in the barrel.
Yeah. So do those things. Make sure you cleaning your weapon. Make sure it is loaded, and like he was saying, it's safe. If you got kids, make sure it's in the safe and on safety. If you have those extra safety features, that's even better. Like the G2C has the extra safety features, so the gun won't accidentally go off, or you don't make a mistake. So it's really good for beginners.
Yeah, that's why I didn't buy a Glock. So.
Yeah, even though they say Glocks don't jam, you know, you keep your weapon oiled up and it will stay reliable. You gotta treat it like your car or your house. You treat it like an extension of you, and you make sure you keep it on you. If you don't got your license, go and get your license. It's only, I think, $75, $80 here in Georgia. And go get your license, and so you can carry your weapon on you. Do not expect somebody to save you, and make sure you got reserves. If y'all can get you some batteries, get you some water, get you some dry food, some rice, anything to help you survive. And keep your bank accounts up, you know, and keep your bank accounts up. Practice group economics, and buy from each other. Which brings us to our last point. You learn how to wholesale real estate. In the midst of this, like, we gotta learn how to operate outside of their economy, the way they built up the economy, their industry. We gotta learn how to operate within real estate, learn how to use assets, and learn how to make this money without actually having to spend any money. That's what the whole wholesale is about. Us who don't have a lot of resources can actually make money, not by not spending money, just actually putting the footwork in, putting the lead work in, learning how to wholesale, learning how to find properties and wholesale them. And I have a book. This is my book. You can go on Amazon. You can download it on the ebook. It's $2.99. You can get you a hard copy like this one you can keep forever in your library, and that's only $20. All right, and it will teach you step by step how to wholesale, just like we went through step by step how to break down these weapons and put them back together. This book will literally, no fluff. You can see it's not a thick, fluffy book. It's very straight to the point. It's more of an instruction manual, more of a guide, and it has resources in it to help you land your first deal, and your second deal, and your third deal, the same way I did mine. Okay, just without the mistakes. All right, all right. So, thank y'all. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe this week. Keep y'all families safe this week. They're gonna try to turn up. They call it Black History Month, but we Black History 365 days a year. I love y'all. Thank you to my cousin Chris, Sergeant Chris. Man, we are in it, man. Sergeant Manson and Mr. Manson, we out.